Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
This is O'Brien, and I'm Adam Meister, the BitcoinMeister, and we're still in Harare, Zimbabwe, at the Blockchain Summer School on day 3. And O'Brien is just going to say, tell us his thoughts about Bitcoin and the conference.
Hello, everyone. I can say the conference on Bitcoin right now is going on very, very well, and it has been so awesome. I've learned a lot. Actually, in the past, I was just learning about these bitcoins in the street, but I wasn't aware. But I came to realize that it's a cryptocurrency which is so independent, which you can rely on even in terms of security, whereby you can't have the central government trying to regulate. Like here in Zimbabwe right now, we are about to introduce the bond notes, which the general public is crying foul of. But with the bitcoins, I've come to realize that it would something, a money which sort of in a cryptocurrency, which I can use even to do my financial services bit across the globe, and it's so amazing.
Awesome. So, how old are you, O'Brien? How old are you?
Me, I'm 26 years old.
You are very wise for your age. I mean, what you just said, you've got a grasp on the financial system, and that's one of the cool things about people in Zimbabwe. They have an amazing financial understanding. So you're up for, obviously I'm going to list O'Brien's his Bitcoin address beneath this video if you want to give him some tips and everything. But I mean, I think you'd be willing to work for Bitcoin, anything like that too. I mean, give us some more thoughts about Bitcoin, I guess, and where you can see it going in Zimbabwe and in your own life personally, what you want to do with it.
To me, I can say the future of Bitcoin in Zimbabwe is so positive. Why I'm saying so, I still relate when Econet introduced the mobile money. At first, people were thinking, oh, there is nothing this project is going to. But right now, I can tell you, majority of the people, even those guys in the rural areas, they're using the mobile money because you hardly have this hard currency because in the banks, they don't have it. So concerning the Bitcoins, considering that more than 60% of the Zimbabwean population are youth below the age of 40, and also considering that the intake and the upcoming of the mobile penetration rate in Zimbabwe is actually hovering above 100%, and the internet penetration is now almost close to 50%. So just taking those projections, I can see in the next 10 years, we'll be talking of Bitcoins as the major transacting platform here in Zimbabwe. All
right, as you can see, O'Brien is filled with very good statistics here. So if you need a Bitcoin representative on the ground for your business in Zimbabwe, I mean, this is a guy to hire. And that's the cool thing about if you're in the United States and you want to outsource some stuff, all you do is send Bitcoin here to smart people like O'Brien, and there are a lot. And what he just said, I mean, we didn't practice this at all. I mean, he just pulled out the statistics about the young people here, and it is really impressive that there are these young people who they want to work. I mean, elaborate on that some more. I mean, about the situation, people's desire, how educated they are, and all that stuff, and what they could do for Bitcoin in your eyes, I guess.
Yeah, because if you look right now in Africa, Zimbabwe has the highest literate rate, and the guys, they are so brilliant. Majority of them, they are now doing into their indigenous businesses, as you know, and majority of the Zimbabwean economy, it's more dominated by the informal sector, but which is thriving. And to me, I always believe that if we can spread the gospel of the Bitcoins to all these brilliant youngsters, I can tell you, and I can promise you, the Bitcoin will be something else here in Zimbabwe.
Wow. Well, on that awesome note, this is O'Brien, very positive person. As you can see, so many people in Zimbabwe have positive outlooks. His Bitcoin address is listed below if you want to give him a tip, and I can put you in contact with him if you want to hire him or something like that, if you've got any creative ideas. I'm Adam Meister, the BitcoinMeister. We'll see you later, O'Brien. Thank you. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. It's been a great experience here in Harare, Zimbabwe, and we'll get into that in the next few videos, just summarizing what happened. But I want to catch up on current events. Thanks for everyone for helping out these people in Zimbabwe by contributing to their Bitcoin addresses. You really can't imagine how grateful they were and how happy and amazed by this new system. And it's been inspiring, and they have been inspired, and they thank you, and they told me they thank you. So what's up with Monero lately? It's been doing all right. Thanks for the Bitcoin from me too. Someone sent me some Bitcoin. That was really nice. Ethereum has been down with all these hard forks and attacks. I will link to an article about this. Is this why Monero went up for a while? Are people into anonymous coins all of a sudden? I spoke about anonymous coins at this a little bit at. I spoke of course mostly of Bitcoin here in Zimbabwe, but there was a question that pertained to anonymous coins. But anyway, is Monero about to benefit in speculation from this Ethereum downplay here? I mean, Ethereum has had 4 hard forks. I can't even keep track of it. It's just there's a lot of confusion with Ethereum. I'm sorry. And it's not like the hot little baby anymore. And so is something going to take its place? Is there going to be a new number 2? Is Monero poised to be that number 2 after its previous rocket? I don't know. Maybe there's not going to be another rocket for any altcoin. Maybe everyone's just going to say, Bitcoin is the thing here. But during Thanksgiving, there were a lot of unconfirmed transactions. And I think it cost more than 16 cents to not be an unconfirmed transaction. What was going on Thanksgiving that everybody was sending a lot of Bitcoin? Because it was not happening in the United States. It was Thanksgiving. I mean, internet traffic has been down since Wednesday, and now it is Friday. So maybe is something going? Are Indians really buying small amounts? Are Chinese buying small amounts? I mean, is someone attacking Bitcoin? I mean, there have been all sorts of rumors. I will link again to the Ethereum accidental hard split. So it split. I don't know what happened, and no one. There's no Ethereum 3 though. I guess there could have been. What else? I am tired. I mean, I have been out of America since October 19th, so I'm ready to come back now. I mean, we accomplished a lot. Steem is one thing I've learned here in Africa. Steem is thought of differently here, totally differently. They use it differently here in Johannesburg. Huge fans of Steem in Johannesburg. And so I know Tone Vays calls it a scam. And Tone basically calls all altcoins a scam. So he's got something to stand on there if he thinks all altcoins are scams. But it's getting old with everyone else saying, "Oh, it's a scam, it's a scam. Steemit is a scam." The guys who are in charge of the Steemit site, they're not doing a great job. At all. The founders, they're not doing a great job. It's confusing. It's been confusing. But some of the people who've gotten involved, and you know what, CoinDesk had an article that was basically a pump up article for Steem. I mean, that's a reflection on CoinDesk. I mean, if CoinDesk is going to have pump articles, then that says something about CoinDesk. I'm trying to tell you what's happening on the ground with Steem on a continent far away from you. And there are people that are very interested in it, that are using it to gather people together. The people in Zimbabwe were very interested in it. And again, to earn a few cents from Steemit, it means a lot more to people in Africa than it does to people in the United States. To be able to post something that people are going to read all over the world and you're going to get rewarded financially for it is kind of flattering if you think about it. And people don't take it for granted here in Africa. So, again, the management team of Steemit, they have a lot. There's some lacking there. There's some stuff lacking. They're not good at marketing themselves. They got some luck at first, but the people, and I have said this throughout my trip, the people who like Steemit in Africa, all over the world, are good marketers of Steemit, and they can take over Steemit. And I wouldn't mind helping take over Steemit. And probably the owners wouldn't give a darn if the people took over Steemit, started marketing it as a crowdfunder, as an event funder, as a way to gather people together and reel off to talk about cryptocurrency, as the cryptocurrency version of Facebook. You could take a lot of different views of it. It could go a lot of different directions. There still is potential. It doesn't necessarily look good to the eye. But there's something behind it. There's something there still. It is not a lost cause. There are still people that are hardcore behind it. So I don't think the guys didn't create this as a scam. They're not good managers of it. All right. But it's not a scam. It can be useful. There are fans. Let's try to work through it. Let's try to be creative. We're creative, smart people here. Let's take it over. And so I'm willing to talk. I'm willing to talk about this as a legitimate thing still. I mean, I'm not going to talk about the traders and the speculators flipping it, because that's all random stuff. But as a site, being able to earn pennies or 10 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents, this is interesting. It's an interesting concept still. So I'm Adam Meister, the BitcoinMeister. I will talk to you later.